guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you are new here, please make sure you subscribe, like, share and press that bell button so that you don't miss any videos anytime I upload. Today I want to talk about something that has been hurting me so much, something that I've kept for years, and now I feel like I should say it out. And I like, when you have something on your heart you've been hiding, or it has been so heavy on heart, when you say it out you feel like the burden is gone and you feel okay, and you feel like now it's good. So I feel like this is the right time to talk about it, and it's a bit emotional, but this is the right time to talk about it. For those people who are always asking why you don't have kids, you are married but you don't have kids, you're married but why don't you get pregnant? Guys, this is like not a question to ask someone who is married, because I don't think there is any married woman who doesn't want to have a baby. And I had my first baby when I was 19 years. I had a girl child. I was 19 when I was pregnant. Then I gave birth when it was already 20 years. So I gave birth to my healthy baby girl. She grew up. She started school, but I had only one baby. So she started school when she was about 4 years and a half. She was staying with my mother because I had gone to work. I was working. Like, I can't stay with her. I was working. So, and the father has traveled abroad. We are still together. He's the same man I have. He's my husband. We had a baby together. It's not that maybe I had a baby then now I'm married. No. He is the father of my baby. Then this baby of mine, she was 4 years. She was very healthy. She was a big girl. She has never felt sick at all. Like, I've never had like my daughter is sick, maybe she's going to the hospital or what. So when I was at work, I was busy all day, and in the evening I wanted to check my WhatsApp message. Checking the message, there was no network, so they had to send me message. My phones were not going through, so they gave me message. I found a message from my husband telling me that, oh, no, few days before I got a message from the auntie, because she was staying with the auntie. She had gone to stay with the auntie for like 3 weeks, because I took her, it was 16th of September, then this time it was 5th of October, 5th, 4th, 5th. I got a message telling me that she's sick. My daughter is sick. So I was like, oh, she's sick. Take her to the hospital. Then I sent the message to the father and I was like, you know what? Your sister told me my daughter is sick. Your daughter is sick. So give her some money to take her to the hospital. Because what I know, I've never had her being sick. Like, I think it's not serious. Again, I sent a message to the auntie and she told me it's just flu. She will be okay. And I was okay. So I was minding my business. That was not like something I could think that I can lose a daughter at that time. So in the evening time, after 2 days, we sent the money and it was a weekend. So being a weekend, she couldn't access, when they sent her money, she couldn't access the bank to get the money. And she was like, it was Saturday. She said, let me take her to the hospital. And she took her to a government hospital. But I know there is what they call fate. So I think it was already time. We couldn't do anything. Even if we took her to the private hospital, like, I knew later. At first I was complaining, why did she take my daughter to the government hospitals? You know, our government hospitals, they are like careless. They care less. If they don't know you, if you are not a big person, they care less. So she took her to the hospital, and I don't know what happened there. I got a message. My husband was like, oh, our daughter is dead. She was not having blood. And that message was not scary, because, oh my God, I'm dead. We always do that. Oh my God, I'm dead. Oh my God, she was about to die. Oh, she's dead. It was not like something to scare me. Then later, there was an audio from her auntie. Like, when someone sends you an audio and you forward it, The auntie was crying and she was like, oh my God, please, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to your daughter, but the girl is dead. That is where I stopped. I really cried. It was like a dream. I cried, finding that message like she's dead, like, and they sent me the dead body, but the body, she was like still lying on the bed, in the hospital bed. She was like, the eyes were open, like she's not really dead. But everything happens in life, like everything happens, and we cannot stop all these things. But this was it is always, and it will always be the worst year of my life, the worst day of my life. That message has never gone away from my mind, like it will never go away. That message was so hard for me. It was so hard for me, like I cried. And crying when you're not seeing the body, because I had traveled a little bit abroad. I had spent there just 1 week. I traveled like on 30th, and on 5th I got this message. Yeah, I traveled the 30th of April. Then no, 30th of September, and October 5th I got this message. 5th or 6th, like that. I don't even want to remember much about it. I cried. I had traveled. I couldn't go to buy a ticket right now, so I sent someone to buy for me a ticket. When the person went to buy a ticket, she got me a Kenya Airways ticket. That ticket, I was supposed to travel late night. It was already night. So by the time I knew I needed a ticket, it was like tomorrow, because it was already like, I don't know. Then like tomorrow, she bought the ticket, and she bought for the night, like that night. And we are Muslims. Muslims, when you are dead, you are gone. Like there's nothing to stop. There's nothing to wait for that dead body. When someone is dead, you need to bury, and like that's all. So buying the ticket, it was the night ticket. I traveled that night. I reached Nairobi in the morning. Reaching there in the morning, I told them it's okay, you can bury, because it's taking time. The ticket was reaching Nairobi in the morning, and this is the most hectic flight I've ever got. Reaching Nairobi in the morning, the burial is going on that very day, but I'm in Nairobi. I could even travel by bus, but I had a ticket. I can't get out from the bus, because I can't check out to get the bus. I can't check out from the airport. So I stayed there from morning, 6 in the morning. Was it 6, 8 in the morning? And my next flight was 6 in the evening. Like I spent the whole day. I think this is all God's plans. Like we cannot change anything. When God decides you will be this, these days I believe in faith so much. Like when God says this is going to happen, I swear you can't change it. I know God had planned all this. I will lose her. No one will be here. Me or the father, no one will be there. Traveling, maybe the flight will delay, and we will still find when she's already buried. So I told my sister, take at least photos. Then I saw the photos. I couldn't help it. Seeing the photos of my dead daughter. She was making 5 like the next week, because her birthday was 12th of October and she died on 5th of October. This is something that I've never thought it could happen to me, losing a daughter. Like I knew I could lose a parent, I could lose my sister, I could lose my own husband, but I never thought that my little angel will just leave me like that. Yet I had one. I used to tell my friends I have one, she's enough for me, I don't want more kids. I used to tell everyone when they ask, do you have a baby? And I'm like, yeah. And having this baby, I was not around my people, my friends, only my family. So a lot of people didn't know that I have even a baby. I used to post her and they're like, oh, she's your niece. Maybe she's not your daughter. They always felt like she's not my baby because I didn't look like. So that is how I lost her. Reaching at the airport, it was 6 in the evening. And my sister also was traveling also to come back home. So we said, let me wait for my sister in 2 hours. She was reaching airport in 2 hours from another country. Then we traveled together home. Reaching Kampala, it was late, and we can't still travel to where they have buried her because it was a long distance and we didn't have a car, like we have used the cab. So reaching there, we slept again. It's another day. We ended up reaching when she was buried like last day, so we came today. And reaching there, I found tents, where there was a burial tents. People have gone, many people, and like everything like it was over. When someone dies and they put her inside the sand, like they bury her in the grave, like nothing can change. When she's still there, you might think maybe she will cough, maybe she will open the eyes, maybe she's just sleeping. But these days, even when you tell me someone is dead, I just start crying and prepare for the burial. I never say, are you lying? Is it a joke? Because what I saw when someone is dead, it's just gone and it's never coming back. It's never, like I waited for a year, for some months. Maybe I used to think when I'm moving outside, maybe I'll meet her. Maybe I will see kids playing with her. I used to look at kids so much then. I felt like maybe she's there. When I'm traveling in the car, I always look outside. Maybe I will see her. But she was never coming back. She was never coming back. And she never came back to me. That is how I lost my angel. I know she's an angel in heaven. Now she would be making, I don't know how many years. I stopped even counting. I stopped everything. Like, death is really, really real. If someone knew, nobody would even find me. The one is like, you don't have kids. You're married, but you don't have kids. Like, people meet a lot of things. People go through a lot of things that they cannot express only when they are moving. And you find man, you're like, hey, she lost the baby. No, if I don't tell you, you can't know. And to me, as me personally, there are things I don't ask people. Like, I never find someone that asks you stupid questions like, people are in marriage for years. They are looking for pregnancy. They can't get pregnancy. And for me, I had one and I already lost her. And when you find someone, everyone has a problem. And those problems, if someone never tells you, never ask, because it's very hard to talk about it. It's been years since I lost her, and people always ask me, oh, you had a baby, what happened to her? And I'm like, I had, when I tell you I had a baby, but now I don't have, you just to know where did she go if I don't have, because if she's somewhere very far, she's still alive. But if I say I no longer have, just to know what happened, and someone wants to know, and people are always asking, oh, what happened? What caused the death? I don't know. I personally don't know what caused the death, and I don't want to know, because what is done, and I don't want to remember the past. I know she's gone, she's not coming back. It was a year, 2 years, 3 years, and now I believe she's never coming back. I believed it because I've seen a lot of people who have gone and never coming back. So because she was half of me, I already lost half of my soul, like my heart, half of it is gone. So when I hear someone, like, even watching movies is so emotional. Even when I hear, like, I'm watching a movie and someone's like, no, tell me she's not dead, I remember, I just burst and cry. This changed my life a lot. I became like someone who wants to sit alone. I was so much social. I'm that person who wants to stay with friends. I wouldn't be staying here alone. But I reached time I don't want anyone who doesn't understand me to be around me. I want to be alone, to think out my soul, to accept whatever happened to me. And I no longer want a group of people around me. This is what happened to me. And even when we are there, we are talking, you will say something that will hurt me inside you, even when you don't know, and I won't show it to you, but I'll just go home and start hating you, and I don't want to see you because of something like you said that hurt me. So very difficult. Losing a kid, losing your own daughter, is difficult as losing a parent. People lose men, lose wives, they lose like dads who have not been in their lives, like someone who have not been in your life. But your own baby, that pain will never go away. Like if someone tells me I lost a baby, I'm like, oh sorry, I just keep quiet. I don't want to know what next or what happened to the baby. It's very emotional when someone's telling that story. And I never even had time to tell people what happened. Only people who knew what happened. And even me up to now, I really don't know what happened. What I know, I lost her. And she's not coming back. For those people who have been asking questions, I've answered you. Never and never try to ask me again about it, because I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm just praying for God to give me more kids, and I forget what happened in the past. Always I want what happened in the past to stay in the past. See you guys. I love you all. See you next time.